Hi, welcome, and thank you so much for signing up for my course. And thank you so much for deciding on spending some time with me over the next few weeks. So, this talk is going to be a more or less an orientation talk. So, I'd like to talk to you about how you could best take advantage of what we're going to be doing over the next few weeks. So, first of all, I just want to let you know how grateful I am that you are taking up on this opportunity that I decided to create for both of us. From my side, there's nothing more fulfilling and inspiring than number one, performing, and number two, also sharing ideas and being available to other musicians with vocal dystonia. So I think I've mentioned this before, but one of my biggest incentive to overcoming vocal dystonia was so that eventually I'll be able to share my story with other musicians. And so, in a way, you are the reason why I am here where I'm at today. So, I'm so grateful to every single one of you that did reach out to me. And I hope that you would find some value in through our correspondence. Okay, so I'd like to give you a little bit of background as to how I put this session and season together. So I've been coaching other musicians in Tokyo for several years now, and these are professionals and non-professional musicians with vocal dystonia that has mostly weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly lessons with me for some extended period of time. And I think those musicians who have lessons with me for a little bit more than 6 months have experienced the most amount of understanding that they would need in order for them to work by themselves. So in that sense, I think it makes a lot of sense that musicians who benefit from my lessons are those who have stuck with me the longest. But I also think there might be some ways to shorten this process a little bit. So I decided to reach out to folks beyond my local community in Tokyo because, I've witnessed great results and transformation, more importantly, transformation among my students here. And it's very, very inspired to see. And but to be honest with you, I was a little hesitant on offering these kind of sessions online, which has its drawback. So I must admit, there are a lot of drawbacks for this kind of video sessions or Skype sessions. And I must address that the Skype sessions does not replace a real one-on-one session that I could offer you if you were in the same room for very obvious reasons. I don't think we could transmit enough information to each other that in the same way we could do in a live session. And of course, I cannot touch you and feel you, or kind of manipulate your position and really feel what's going on, or get the whole picture of your whole body, and just catch the subtle nuances of stuff. And so you kind of have to do the change of your position and change of the angle of the camera, and we kind of have to over communicate in that way. So yeah, a screen is a screen. It's two-dimensional, and it's take much more imagination to grasp, the whole picture, and it takes a lot more time. So yes, there are a lot of drawbacks to this internet setting, but I think of course, there's upside of it. You don't have to spend any energy, time, or money on traveling anywhere, and you could be talking to me comfortably in your home, which is really, really great. So I'm here in Tokyo and you guys are in different parts of the world, and I still think it's such a miracle that we still be able to connect and do something together. So, as for the drawbacks of this internet-based setting, my idea is to compensate with these weekly talks and also with the Facebook group page. So let's talk about the Facebook group page a little bit. So if you haven't set up the group page with me already, I urge you to do this as soon as you can. I think this Facebook group page is going to be a great way to keep track and record your progress and also our correspondence. So I especially like this Facebook group page instead of just messaging on a messenger or chat setting, because you could keep track of each other's comments per post. So you could post something and I could comment on that specific topic, and we could kind of keep track and be organized that way. So you are welcome to post anything that you feel like posting there. Post a video of your playing, or post a video of your retraining session, and you could ask me questions and I'll try to answer them as much as I can as I get around to it. You could post your current insights, new findings, new discoveries that you encountered, your current thoughts and moods. It just does not have to be positive. You could just be disastrously negative, but it's it kind of nice to have a place where you could take it out of your head and just put it somewhere else. And if you don't like seeing it after some time, you could always delete it. Okay, and you could post a meal or what you drank if you feel like you want to track the effects of it, because unless you document it, you kind of forget about it. So I think that'll be interesting. I didn't know that I was sensitive to eggs until I think my mid-30s. I was so sick and so low on energy and lethargic and agitated and shaky after a few weeks of having my backyard chicken eggs for so much at a time, that I didn't notice anything until I cut out completely on eggs. That I really felt the effects that the eggs were having on me. And in a month or so of cutting it out completely, I've never, ever felt so well in my life. So I didn't have that shaky feeling anymore. I used to, when I feel a little excited and a little nervous, I used to be a little shaky on stage, but then, after I completely cut out on eggs, I just don't have that problem anymore. So, you never know, certain types of foods or drinks or, different aspects of anything could be a contributing factor to some of your physiology. So if you want to be keen on tracking on that, you're welcome to do that on the Facebook page as well. Okay, so if you don't feel like doing Facebook page, of course you could, do the similar type of thing through email. You could just freely email me often as you wish, and just so that we could keep track of the conversation, you could just, put a relevant topic subject in the subject line of your email, and please do sign your name in the email, especially if it doesn't come, your name doesn't appear in the sender's line. So I could, keep track of who's who. Okay, so that's that. That's the Facebook page. Now, regarding the weekly talks, it's just more or less going to be something like this. I'll just do a casual talk that I think will be relevant to the group. I'll be answering general questions, and then I'll be addressing different aspects of training and vocal dystonia, and per subject, and it's more. I think it's just going to be like the public YouTube talks that I've put out there, but a lot more depth. So, if you have a topic that you want me to address, please do let me know. Or if you want a question that you want me to answer in this weekly talk sessions, please do let me know. Yeah, this is experimental for me as well, so I would appreciate a lot of input from you, and that will be very, very helpful to me. Okay? All right.